Okay, welcome to the Lobo Den podcast. On this episode, we have Ariel Julie and Brennan Scott Weaver. We start off with the famous double fisting video we speak about that I don't know if you guys heard about, but if you want to see it and you have WhatsApp, message me. I'll send you the video. Talked about how I got dumped at Cluckers for a little bit, how they met. Interesting story. They actually met on Tinder, right? So Ariel does comedy now. She got into it because she met Brennan on Tinder before he got committed. So we talk about that story. We talk about some of Brennan's jobs. He has 3 jobs. The deer story, by the time I saw the deer that exploded. We talk about the time where I got into it with the people at Steak and Shake after this hooker who gave me a coupon. And this other time about my buddy who shit himself, right? That was a funny story. The police came. So check out, again, on Instagram, Ariel_Julie, Julie, broken laptop for Brennan. And for me, it's Lobo9110. So Lobo 9110. I think that's everything. So I don't know. There's some other funny stuff in there. She does some nude modeling, some speed pathology she was telling us about, and some how she grew up. She didn't grow up in Peoria. She's Jewish. All right, check out the Lobo Den podcast. Okay, welcome to the Lobo Den podcast. This is Giovanni Diaz. My name is Giovanni Diaz. I don't like how I said that. It sounded too
Yours
radio-ish.
is?
Yes, that is my name.
I thought that was your name.
Nope.
No, actually, who we have. All right, I'm sounding too radio-y. Let me be myself. So we have across from me, Ariel Julie, right? Ariel.
Yep, Ariel. Yeah, you got
Ariel
it.
Julie, and as a supplemental guest, we have Brennan Scott Weaver. Do you still use the Scott?
No, I don't care. That's just on social media.
Okay, just on your Facebook, right?
Do I give that out?
Brennan Scott
Yeah.
Weaver.
I guess you already did. Yeah.
Are there,
Brennan Scott Weaver.
Yeah.
I'll do those at the end. So today, our main guest is Ariel.
Oh, I'm the
Julie.
main guest?
Yeah.
I didn't know this was about me.
Oh, you feel attacked? This is the same thing happened at that show. Yeah. So me and Ariel did a show.
Oh
was
my
it
God.
yesterday?
It was Friday.
It was Friday, right?
Yeah.
So we get there was no mic stand, and Ariel was gonna do a song with a ukulele.
I got hired to do a song.
Yeah,
He asked me to do a song. It's not like I just decided. Like,
Yeah, it's not like last minute. She was
I
like,
love that story.
I want to do a song. So she got booked. She got booked in the show. The guy saw her do the song. He's like, yeah, I like that. Come do my show. And there was no mic stand. So I don't know if you guys have seen the movie Bruno.
Yeah.
Remember the scene with Paula Abdul and they used the Mexican landscapers, or Guatemalans probably. Mexicans have moved up in America. Anyways, Guatemalan and Honduran landscapers, and they used them as furniture. So
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
remember that.
was Ariel's mic stand.
well, no, so Giovanni was my lovely assistant. You held the mic up to my face. And after I got through like half the first verse, which I knew it would be an issue, Sean, the producer, was like, oh, I need to put a mic up to the ukulele. Otherwise, they won't be
You're
able
not
to
gonna hear it. Yeah.
hear it. So I'm just like standing, and like there's no platform. It was just like a floor. It was just the floor. I was just standing on the floor at the front of this room with Giovanni holding a mic in my face on one side, and then Sean holding the mic at the ukulele on the other side. So I got to make that really great double fisting joke that the audience seemed to really enjoy.
Yeah. They ate it up. No pun intended. There's no pun there, right? I'm just.
In double
overthinking.
fisting, is there a pun?
No, right? Because there's
think
you
that-
don't eat. There's no fellatio.
If you said that sounds
or
like
cunnilingus
double
in the-
trouble, then that'd be.
Well, he was saying they ate it up. Get it? But like, I
Yeah,
don't know
you don't
what
get
they
it.
would have
Yeah,
eaten
because
it.
that's oral and fisting is different. I
Fisting-
apologize.
Fisting
What
is not
is the
oral.
difference between
Well,
oral and
is
fisting?
using your mouth.
It's about the same thing.
Fisting is using your fists.
Is there a difference between fisting and double fisting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You use two. I was actually just talking about double fisting, which
Mhm.
I'm a Combs. It's
So
coming out.
double fisting has more volume than single fisting.
Yeah, it's a more intense kind of
Okay.
a process.
Now, when you say double fisting, I'm thinking two people are getting fisted separately at the same time.
no, it's
Mm-mm.
one
Two fists in
person.
one
Two
orifice.
fists.
You're
no,
thinking of
two fists in two. One fist in two different orify.
Orify.
for one.
For one person?
I thought it was two fists in one orifice.
No.
Can you do that?
How you,
I've never seen that before. I mean, if you can
fit
have
two
a baby,
fists
well,
in
you
a
can have
single-
a baby.
I've seen it
Huh?
on the interweb. Just kidding. But I have.
Brennan has seen the video. I keep talking about this video.
Oh,
The one-
dude. Yeah, the one that you... Whoa, man.
What?
Whoa,
what video?
man.
I don't know what we're talking
Ariel,
about.
Tied two people. Can I say it? I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
saying
yeah,
it.
go ahead.
I just want to say
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So he goes, he's like, hey, Brennan, we're at Joe's. He goes, hey, Brennan, I found this really fucked up video. And I'm like, no, I don't really do that weird internet shit anymore. He's just like, all right, yeah, no, it's just like two people's assholes getting tied together. And I'm like, you know what? There's always an exception. Let me see that.
Two people's assholes getting tied together.
Tied together.
So, like, is this like a pink sock situation where they're like distended?
Yes.
Ew.
Yeah.
How do you know about that?
I've been around.
Explain yourself.
No, I don't have to.
It was the first time me.
I'm a
seeing
grown
it.
ass woman. I know
Yeah.
things.
I thought it was red sock. So,
I've only heard pink sock.
yeah.
You're thinking of the World Series.
You're thinking about base.
You're
thinking of
thinking
Kurt
of
Schilling.
Nomar Garcia Parra.
Oh, I was thinking of Kurt Schilling. Remember, he cut his toe. He had the bloody sock. He had a red sock when he won that World Series.
Yes, he
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
Where'd you grow up, Ariel?
Vernon Hills, Illinois.
Oh, Vernon Hills. That's close to me. I live in Waukegan Beach Park.
It is.
So that's really close
Beach
to
Park.
Me. So you know Mundelein people. I slept with a lot of Mundelein people. I used to
Amanda
sleep with
Slime.
them.
They were my rivalry.
Munda Slime.
Munda Slime.
I'm on the slime.
You went to Vernon Hills High School? There's only one, right?
There is. Well, so Vernon Hills High School was pretty new when I went there. So if you were like 8 or more years younger than me, you went to Libertyville. But I went to Vernon Hills.
Libertyville. I got dumped at Libertyville. At that place called Cluckers,
Right.
right? Which
Oh, that's that joke.
yeah, that's that joke.
Yeah.
Which is that's the place. It was in the parking lot actually. I got broken up with
Okay.
at the.
Cluckers.
It's a chicken place.
I got broken up with in my parents' house over the phone.
Wait, you were at your parents' house and the person called you?
Yeah.
On a cell phone, right? You're not.
No, this was a landline. This was 2004. My very first boyfriend dumped me in my
What'd he
parents' house
say?
in Vernon. He said,
It's not you. It's me.
no, I don't remember.
It's you.
I don't know. He said that he just didn't see it working out or something. And I was like, we're 14. Like, okay.
How'd you take it? I didn't have breakups until
I
my
was
20s.
very upset.
Oh,
I
okay.
watched that one episode of Gilmore Girls when Rory breaks up with Dean and she makes a Dean box. And so I went to make a John box, but I didn't want to put all the things that reminded me of him in the box because like I wanted those things to like my School of Rock DVD and my Converse. So instead I made a list of all the things that I would put in my John box. And
So I never
What's
seen
in your
Gilmore
John box?
Huh?
wait,
in
you
your
guys never
John
do
box?
that? You never made boxes for your exes?
For John, no.
Okay.
I peed on my ex door handle once on her car.
That's the same thing.
I kind of just left
Shout out
it
to Elizabeth.
alone. Always. I never did any.
You never like mourned, you never grieved a relationship.
I never, not with a box or making things. No, it's usually I throw things away very upsettedly, I guess. I think in terms of my life, I would consider having one really bad breakup.
Okay.
To be fair.
I've only known you for a year, so I don't
Yeah.
actually know that much about
How'd you guys meet?
Tinder.
I know how you met, but I'm doing.
Oh,
it
oh
for
yeah.
Yeah.
Should I tell the story?
Yeah, you tell it better than I do.
Okay. So it's a year. It's been a year. This is actually our 1 year friendiversary.
What day is it today? Today's March 1st. Today
Yeah.
Is it today or is it February 20th? Did you
It
guys
was
meet
like-
on 4 years ago on
Around
leap
the
year?
time.
It was the end of February. It was like that last weekend.
Yeah.
Of Black History Month. Okay.
Yeah. Which was, not relevant to us meeting, but it
I feel it was, but
it
okay.
did co-occur. We matched on Tinder, and like what happened was
And Harold's chicken. No,
I was
sorry.
I was like studying. I should have been studying, but we ended up like texting for like 3 hours. And then I was like, can we just have a phone call? And so I called Brennan, or he called me, one of the two, and the first words out of his mouth was, "Hey, did you expect me to sound like this?" And I was like, yeah, you don't have any prosody. You sound like you have cranial nerve damage because that's what I was studying.
What's that word you use? Paras?
She basically
Prosody.
was just like, you have brain damage.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
And then Brennan was immediately like, I like you. And so we talked and we met up the next week for coffee. And so Brennan picked me up and we first drove to the wrong coffee shop. And it was
Wait. How do you drive to a wrong coffee shop? Why don't you just have coffee that shop, right? Or does it matter? Was it a specific one you had to go to?
He had a specific one in mind, and so we were driving, and I was like, "Where did you say this coffee shop was?" And he was like, "Oh, it's on North Avenue." I'm like, "You know that we're like on Irving Park, like we're on the wrong side of the city." And he was like, "Oh, I don't mind driving.
I like driving.
It's
cool.
I like driving. Yeah,
I like driving."
So we drove to the right coffee shop, and we get there, and we like go up to the counter. Brennan orders a small coffee, and then turns to me and goes, "By the way, I can't afford to buy you anything." And I was like, I don't drink coffee. And Brennan's like,
Ariel, you don't drink coffee.
I don't
Ariel,
drink coffee.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. And Brennan was like, so what are we doing here? And I was like, I don't know. So we had this conversation, and then we hung out at my place for a little bit and like talked about, I don't know, movies or painting or something. And then like the next week we met up again to get pizza. But like before we even got out of the car, Brennan was like, hey, I don't think we can ever date. I cannot date you, but I'd like to be friends. And I was like, okay. So like we talked and we hung out.
Legitimately too.
Yeah, and like
Obviously.
it was really great. Like we had a really great time. And then I didn't see him or hear from him for the next week, so I just figured that he like didn't really mean it. But turns out he had just gotten committed. So when he got out, he called me and we got tea and we hung out for the day, and it was really great. We had a great time, and we've just been best friends ever since.
Do you both drink tea?
I don't.
Yeah, I drink a lot of tea.
You drink a lot of tea.
I drink. Look at this.
Am I the only one who
have
drinks
kombucha
coffee?
and coffee.
Okay, and which commitment was that? I don't know. I think we talked about it on the last podcast. Is that
John Madden?
That's the
That was
most
one.
recent.
It was a year ago.
Yeah.
so? That's the one. Was there cocaine involved in that one, or
No.
that was the other one?
No, that one was.
This was
way earlier.
when you tried to get a haircut.
Yeah, I tried to get a haircut.
Oh, wait, yeah,
And I
what
thought
happened?
the mafia was after me. So I stopped at the police station on the way to get my haircut, and then I got committed.
Oh yeah, okay.
Because I was
yeah,
just like, hey
yeah,
guys,
yeah.
by the way, the mob's after me. And they're like, hey, get in the ambulance. And I was like, yeah, no problem, dude.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I remember. That's when you were not scheming, but you were
Scheming?
scheming, reverse scheming, like
What do you mean?
the meme with the guy with the chalkboard, because they were onto you, right? Somebody who was onto you, the FBI.
Everybody.
Everybody's onto you, but for
MIB.
what? Why were they looking for you? Do you remember?
Because I
told me.
found the last digit of pi.
Oh yeah, it was about pie. Nah,
It's
I
always
remember.
about pie.
It's always about pi. Big
Yeah.
trigger.
What you asked Ariel. I can't. Why'd you say that? I can't date you. Where did that come from?
Yeah. Where did that come from?
Honestly, it was because you're very similar to my ex's cousin, my
right.
favorite.
My ex's cousin.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and she was my favorite one to talk to and hang out with.
So now that you know me better, am I
Very different.
Okay.
Very different. Way
Okay.
cooler, actually.
Oh, I'm glad I'm cooler than your
Yeah.
ex's cousin.
Yeah, much
My
more.
ex's. Oh, so that's not your cousin. That's your ex's
Mhm.
cousin.
But you guys talk similar,
Okay.
and that was it. But like, she's very like preppy.
I'm not.
Yeah, you're not.
No. No, I was definitely like a nerdy speech team theater
And then
emo kid.
yeah, and then that was it. And then I think at the time too, I really needed a good friend, and I saw that in you.
I think I did too. It worked out. Like I wasn't mad at like there was no point in time where I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I was
So scared of that.
I
too.
know. Like the whole ride to the park, you were like you barely talked. And I was
Yeah.
like,
To
why?
the park.
We went to Oz Park first to walk around. It's next to my favorite deep
Osborne?
dish pizza place.
Yeah, there's a
In the
park
city.
in after.
Ozfest?
No,
Is that where they have Ozfest?
no. It's like Wizard of Oz. There's a park.
For real?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
they have
in the
like
city.
little statues. Do you
It's-
remember when I
Where's
put
this
that
at?
piece of
The
wood?
piece of wood. Yeah, I do.
What the fuck was that about?
I don't know,
You
Brennan.
you know how long I had that piece of wood?
No.
I carried that piece of wood for probably 3 months,
That's
waiting to find.
Long
I'm like,
time.
I need to put this on something special. Like, and then
I'm 100% positive it's not still there.
The piece of wood?
Yeah.
Probably someone picked it up and threw it away.
Yeah, because it was garbage.
It fell out of a ceiling at work. I had this piece of wood. It looked like a spiral. It's just a cutout from a jigsaw. And then like
So it was a circular piece of wood.
It was a circular piece of
3/4 inch
wood.
thick,
and
probably.
I was
Yeah.
yep.
Unfinished, finished, stained.
Unfinished.
OSB board.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
just OSB, not
It
even
was
like a
just
good
an
wood.
OSB board.
Ugh.
Did you put it on the
That's
Dorothy
a particular
statue?
board, right?
I
That's
put
the
it
mixed
Or on the
board.
Tin Man
the
statue.
Tin Man
The Tin
statue.
Man.
I hopped the fence to put on the Tin
Yes,
Man
you did.
statue. It had something to do with pie, of course,
Probably.
because it was a spiral.
But then we got deep dish and it was great.
Yeah, that was great.
My favorite deep dish place in the city is next to Oz Park. It's called Pacino's, and it's in Lincoln Park.
Primo.
It's really good.
Buccino's?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was Pacino's.
Yeah.
Buccino's.
Pacino's. Deep dish, spinach, stuffed pizza. It's
Yeah.
really good.
Remember that?
What's that? I don't know. There's another place I went to, but it's popular, and there was one comic that works there, and I can't think about it. It's very popular. Quotes?
Pequods.
Pequods? Yeah.
Pequods, yeah, that's
I
the
went
thing.
there on accident,
Oh,
and there was like no really that much of a line.
what a happy accident.
Yeah, we went, and then after we ate, they're like, "Oh, this was good." We didn't realize that it's one of the known
It's
spots.
like a thing,
It's like
yeah.
a thing in Chicago.
Pequods.
And I saw what's that black dude from Cleveland? He used to do the drop. He used to be one of the hosts of Rodescu. Rodescu. Do you anybody know Rodescu? No, from
Nope.
Chicago. Okay. Ariel
Yes.
started doing. So she started coming to Brennan Scott Weaver is a comedian. He performs sometimes at Josephine's on Thursdays.
Yeah,
Single
out there.
With all of us.
Open mic, yeah.
It's an open
Open
mic
mic.
where us comedians go to try things out, right? And then so Ariel, that's where I met Ariel. I met you. You were there.
Yep.
And then you started coming. I said that in a weird way. Like,
Yeah.
I saw nothing wrong with that.
okay.
I started going, it was on Mike Rimley's last night there before he left for Michigan, because that was
He was
like,
gonna go work with horses.
yeah, that was that
Non-sexually.
really big like show, and Brennan like asked me to go to it, and you were like really nervous that night.
Yeah, because I didn't know. Because I was like, I forgot. I'm like, you know how sometimes like open mics were just like, this
Hell,
sucked. This
yeah.
sucked.
Yeah, because look, he didn't. So it's an open mic, and now I think you know a little bit. Like open mics
100%.
can be. Well, you see, Josephine's is usually, even if it's a mic, it's usually kind of fun, but it can be hell. So when
Yeah.
She saw Dom for Dom.
I saw Don Versace, but you know what? I'm so glad, because then I
Dom?
saw,
You remember the guy that was like whores?
yeah, he just said
Goddamn
whores
whores.
for like 7
Is that the guy
minutes.
who always seems coked out? Wait, I'm thinking.
No,
of a
that's
different
you.
No,
guy. I only do that after my set.
close.
I know. Just kidding.
No, but he like did his set where he called women whores for 5 minutes, and then KB went up right after him and just like sat on the stool, and they gave her like 7 or 8 minutes, and she just gave him what for, and I was like, yes, my queen. Oh my god. And then right after her was TJ, who I didn't know it.
Remick.
Yeah.
He runs Lunar Bar and is a producer. See you next Friday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and like
that's enough.
I didn't know.
Yeah. Snuff. That's snuff. Okay.
No, it's still not Friday. See you next Tuesday. Is
That's
it
enough.
Mojo's?
Yeah.
You said see you next Friday.
What's the
didn't.
one in Aurora?
It's still
on
not
Thursday?
Friday.
That's enough.
Yeah.
Still not Friday.
Still not Friday.
It's snuff. Okay.
I'm the newest to the scene, and I know the names better than both.
I
You
was
know who
mixing
you're
up.
talking to, right?
That's true.
Yeah, we're kind of is it space cadets? I don't know
Well,
what the word is.
Cranial nerve damage.
You're damaged people,
We're damaged goods.
and that's okay. I am too. But my point, I didn't know any of those people at the time, so I just saw this guy like call people whores, and then this like awesome lady like just go down, and just like
No pun intended.
just
Because she's a lesbian.
tell him off, and then
Talking about cunnilingus.
right after her was
Oh,
TJ, who's just this like ball of adorable energy, and he's like, "Oh my, well that was not kind."
Yeah, he has a dad vibe. Is he a father? I know he's married.
No, he's not
No.
a father.
You know what
Something that
what
worked.
I've been telling them though? I'm like, your kids are not gonna know how cool you are. Like he's gonna appear to be the lamest dad to his kids. I feel like
Probably.
You know what I mean?
I
we
think he'll
all?
own it though.
Oh yeah.
He would revel it.
Yeah,
He's
gonna-
like, my kids think I'm so boring.
Yeah.
They have no idea that I do a really great Hitler impression.
He does.
He really does.
Do you want to have kids?
Someday, yeah.
I'm indifferent. Brennan?
A little indifferent.
Yeah. I'm okay. I'm not okay. All right, this sounds weird. I don't know if I'm indifferent. I am indifferent. So if I do, I do. I don't, I don't. I've just dealt with so many kids
right
in
now,
my family and helped raise people. It's
I
like,
hear you.
if I don't, I don't even give a shit, to be honest with you.
I feel like I would be a good mom. So.
Yes.
You have a good mom energy.
Yeah.
I have good
I
mom
feel like
energy.
Oh, yeah, there's not good mom energy, and I know it, and you see it. Yeah.
Okay.
I would need help.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you would need a village. You need a community
Yeah.
behind you.
I think I would put the effort in. I don't know how successful it would be.
I think you would have like your kids would kind of resent you for like a good chunk of time.
Yeah.
But then they'd get over it, and like later in life you'll have a good relationship.
Like when they're 40.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, you know what? He meant
Like
well.
after they have kids.
Yeah.
And they're like, wow, our dad's an idiot, but man, he tried.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Like,
realize.
I think it'll take them like a while to realize. So like I think you'll be really good for the first couple of years, and then they'll really hate you for most of the time.
Do you remember that conversation in the car when you told me you're like you're gonna be the first thing your kids hate?
Did I say that?
Yeah, you said that to me.
Oh my
like,
God.
That
they're like,
makes
of
sense.
course they're gonna hate like like
I don't remember
chores
that.
and everything like that, but you're gonna be the first sentient thing they hate.
That makes
is
sense.
What
The
you
daughter, I
told
feel.
me.
I don't remember that.
I remember it vividly.
That
makes
was
sense.
that's very clever
That's
of
real.
me.
Yeah, that's
I'm glad I came up with such a hilarious
It was
thing to
before you
say.
started doing comedy.
I said a lot of very funny things before I started doing comedy.
Yeah, what
It's-
happened? No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa! Zing! I've been snapped.
So, how many times did you go to Ariel? Josephine's. You went a few weeks before. You were telling somebody the other day. Was it me?
I went.
2 months.
Yeah. Well, it was like on and off. I went on and off in like April and May a couple times, and then I went like every week from like the end of May through July. And the first time I ever did comedy was July 17th, I think. And
Wow.
yeah, well, it was on my calendar.
Oh, okay.
So
She has the most organized calendar I've ever seen in my
It's-
My
life.
buddy's Jesse. His birthday is 18/17th or 20 something.
well, Jesse and I have nothing in common.
That
but
didn't
that's
even compare to the punctualness that she just delivered.
One of them. Is
She knew it. You're just like, I think it's
They
one of
both have the
these
same
5
birthday.
days.
It's in July.
It's in July.
It's not 9/11.
So, but that was like the first time that, because Brennan had been telling me for like weeks, like, I think you should do it. And I was like, no, I wouldn't know what to say. He was like, I think you could do it. Like, if anybody could do it, you could do it. And then there was like, it was earlier that week, I just like had an impulse, like, you know what? It's 5 minutes. I can talk for 5 minutes. I'm really good at talking. I could talk for 5 minutes. So like I did it, and then people laughed, and I was like, whoa.
Did you
That was so
do
fun.
music or I forget? I was
No.
there for your first time, but I can't
didn't-
remember.
I did
you
not do
music. Or
music.
do material?
Nope, just material. Just
Okay.
5 minutes of material.
Okay.
Did not do music until the third time. And even then I didn't play the ukulele. I didn't own it. I bought the ukulele in August. I didn't start playing it until like end of August, early September. I did a cover of Little Mermaid's Part of Your World, but I changed it to Pick of Your Dick.
Pick up your dick.
Yeah, which I brought back for SYNT when I hosted in January.
That's still not.
See you next
It's
Tuesday.
Mojo's
See you.
open mic
Yeah.
on Tuesdays at in Plainfield.
Yeah.
I think I'm hosting March 17th.
The Blazes.
The Blazes.
The Blazes mic.
Yeah, Timmy and Amy Blaze.
Yes, I hosted that on January 23rd.
Love that mic.
And I
Yeah.
did. It's so fun.
That room is great.
Do you eat there?
Yeah, the food is
I
like that New
sometimes.
Orleans
Looks good.
kind of food. It's great.
The jerk chicken wings look good. I never ate them, but I saw them once.
Those
I
stuffed
did eat 'em.
peppers look
I ate
great.
one of Brad's.
Everything I've had there has been absolutely excellent.
I'm sure. And that Talbot someone in the scene, who knows who it could be, Donnie Dolce. He like has this one dish that he orders every time. It's like some like rice salad something. I don't know, but it looks really good.
Yeah.
We can't say what he orders.
No, I can't say his name.
It's per his request.
Yeah, sorry.
Do not say my order.
Oh, really? Oh,
Don't
okay.
tell people what I order. It's on the menu,
They'll
but
figure out who I am too easy.
Oh, okay.
well.
Can I plug the roast real quick?
Yeah. plug the
Oh
roast.
yeah.
We have the roast of that comic, Donnie Dulce. I thought
Dulce
it was,
means candy.
I know. I thought that's what it was. I've been saying Donnie Dulce because it's spelled D-U-L.
I thought it was Dolce, like
I know,
Dolce de
with
Leche.
It's supposed to be Dolce, but
That's
it's
with the O though, isn't it? Dolce, like Mike Dolce, the
No.
dietary.
D-U-L-C-E.
CE.
Would you say Dulce?
Yeah.
If you saw that?
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's
that's
because I
Donnie
thought
Dulce.
I thought of Pan Dulce.
Fucking
and that
Mexicans.
Was, yeah. I don't know. I'm glad I didn't do a voiceover. Anyway, it's March 13th at Oasis. That's Friday the 13th, and we're gonna have a huge roast. Mike Wiley's
both
gonna
the
be
Gallagher
there.
brothers there.
Elder Sky, me and Ariel,
Mike
everyone-
Rimley, Brad
I
Stupak, King
just gave
Kelly.
up. Yeah, I gave up, and yeah.
Luckily, I know it. That's why
you.
we make
Thank
such a great team.
It's my manager.
I got into a fight with
Brennan's
the
my
lady there
manager.
once over my coffee.
You got to fight with
At
who?
Oasis. That one of the owner ladies.
Oh, I love the
I always get
owners.
into- well, I get into it with her a lot, to be honest with you.
Why?
Because like I was walking in to do one of the roast battles. I think I was going against Tyler Kretz, and I had my coffee because I.
What?
Huh?
What roast battle?
It was a roast battle style one. It was me. Let's see. It was I was going against Tyler Kretz, Pootie Tang, or what's the larger Mexican comedian from Aurora? Big Pizza or something.
Too Skinny?
Yeah, whatever. Too Skinny versus Sit Davy. What's his real name? I
David
forgot.
Sicko.
David Sicko. That's your Facebook name. I see it more than I see your actual name. All right.
Yeah.
I know I'm defending myself. And then that chick who runs camp, Tara Orasak, she won. Actually, she was good. I feel like Pinnell was there against somebody. Eric Pinnell. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But I don't know if Donnie Dolce was there or not. But can I say his name now? Just not with the... Anyways.
Call him Tal. Tar
No,
fart.
I got into it because it's like before I perform, sometimes I have some type of nicotine, not cigarette, little pouches, or I'll have caffeine. So I was walking in with my coffee, and she's like, "No, you cannot have coffee." And I was like, "I'm performing." No, you have to. And then I forgot what I did. I think maybe I was like, "Here, I'll buy some other stuff, but I'm drinking my coffee." You know what I mean? Like I need this to perform. You're not gonna.
Yeah.
So then I think I bought something, and then what I wanted they didn't have, and I was like, I was like, you know what? And I was like, well, and then I didn't have cash, so I gave her my card, and I was like, well, $10 minimum. I was like, just give me, how many water bottles can I get for whatever? I was like, charge them all right, and one Diet Pepsi, and then, but I've gotten into it with her before, and then I think that same day on the other side, the same day on the other side, they were having some, it was some weird music that looks like you would have to listen to on psychedelic drugs or Molly, and they were just having that night. I don't know.
Psychedelic music?
That sounds fun.
So it wasn't a
Fusion?
jam band. It was some type of electric, and it wasn't like.
Was there
maybe.
a laser show too?
There was lights and people were moving around. It was so weird, and it was
Like
like with
ravey?
bass, bassy maybe. I don't know, but slower maybe. I don't remember. But it was that same night
I don't know what that
of the
was.
roast. But on March
awesome.
13th, Donnie Dolce's roast is gonna be over there.
I like the owner people. I was only at Oasis one time, but I walked past them at one point to go hang out with Donnie for a second, and the lady stopped me and very accusatorily was like, "How old are you?" And I was like, "I'm 29."
That's her.
I was like, "Do you need to see some ID, like because it's a bar?" And she's like, "No, you just look young." I was
Yeah,
like,
that's her. That's how she talks.
okay.
Yeah, I guess
She
they're
yells at
big
you.
on that
Yeah.
over there. You gotta be
Yelling at-
21.
Oh, you gotta
yelling at yelling at people.
She's like the.
I've
soup
never
Nazi.
had that bad experience.
It wasn't bad. I said that to Donnie. I was like, that owner lady just very accusatorily asked how old I was.
And then she didn't ask for ID.
Nope, she didn't. I could have said any age, and she would have been like, okay. So,
What made you want to test you like a cop?
so where would she
Yeah.
be if you were secret shopping her? Would she be like? Would you have
Meats.
because
Meets
like she
expectation.
asked, but she didn't ask to see ID.
Oh, like that?
Yeah.
So I secret shop at Buc-ee's, and I have to like record if people
You
ID
do?
me. Yeah,
So Buc-ee's is a liquor store. No, Buc-ee's is a gas station?
correct.
Wait, which one? Buc-ee's is a gas
station.
station, right? Okay.
Gas station.
All right.
Yeah.
So they're mobile subsidiaries.
Is this one of your jobs?
Yes.
Okay. Brian has
And-
3 jobs?
Yes.
Is
Okay.
it just there? I feel like it's more.
I do more, but I have 3 jobs.
3 main jobs.
Okay.
Okay.
And then
So this
everything
is-
else I consider a
Wait, what's the
freelance.
other one? So you have your real job, you secret shop. What's the third one?
House cleaning.
Oh, right.
House cleaning? Housekeeping. It's a Tommy Boy reference.
I know.
That's for the listeners. So you secret shop? How secret? You secret shop?
Yeah.
Is that fun? This seems fun.
You
Tell me about
you
it.
drive to a gas.
Well, tell me about
station.
this specific. All right, go ahead.
You drive to a gas station. You check if they ID you, and you mark it down in a survey on your phone at the end. Submit, move on. Takes about 5 minutes per stop. You get paid per stop.
Okay.
And I
And,
have
do
certain
you work for
routes.
Buc-ee's, or is this a third-party company that Buc-ee's hires? And
Yeah,
you,
third party.
So
Did
is
you
it
say
just Buc-ee's, or you
Buc-ee's?
do different gas
Buc-ee's
stations?
hired a third-party consulting firm, which hired third-party contractors.
Okay.
And you work for the contractors?
I am a contractor.
You
Yeah,
are.
like a
a
sub under the-
third-party contractor.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
You're just a guy. You're expendable.
Right, 100%. Yeah, I can be dropped like that.
And that's why you like it. I feel like you find comfort in being expendable.
No, it's actually, it's easy. I make my own hours. And
They're usually at 2 a.m.
yeah, they actually made a rule change because of me. Because they're like, all right, you can only do, like, they're like,
Because you were just going out at night?
yeah.
like a
So
freak.
they used to
Oh,
have
seriously?
They made
You
so
caused a
this-
rule change in a
I caused the ru-
third-party
I caused the rule
corporation?
change because they were like, all right, you have AM shift, which is AM, it's AM, and then you have PM, which is PM.
So anything within AM hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that could be after
So that's
midnight.
what it was. And there's 3 types you can get. You can get an AM shift, you can get a PM shift, or you can get like an anytime shift. So you can do the route throughout 24 hours. Well, I kept doing my routes from like 10 p.m. to like midnight, closing it out and timing it so that way I could like get like 2 routes for one day, 1 or 2 of the same route in like less than 24 hours.
Okay.
And now they're like, all right, the AM shift is 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. I don't know why they did that. And then the PM shift is 3 p.m. to 11 a.m. And then the anytime shift, you can do anytime.
Okay.
And yeah. So,
Wow.
yeah, they limited my overnights.
Do people not card you a lot? Or do people card you a lot?
I'd say it's...
Is this just cigarettes
80
you get, or liquor,
Yeah, I
or
get
just
you,
cigarettes?
either one. You could buy either one. I say
You get to keep the
80% of
cigarettes?
people...
What happens with the cigarettes?
You return them. You get reimbursed back.
You return them what? You mail them back, or?
No, I drop them off in an area nearby.
Oh, okay. And then, okay.
Yeah. It's
But
not-
you can buy like other stuff on the stop and just like
Can
pay
you?
it out.
Yeah, so like I buy lighters when I need them and I return them.
So you use the lighter for a few hours?
You
Yeah,
return used lighters?
I just
How do you know they're used?
Brennan.
Yeah,
No, because he uses them
Yeah.
in my car
and then returns them.
Oh, you grew up
You
well.
know what I mean?
Wow,
Yeah.
you're really gaming this secret shopping system.
Ariel had a good upbringing. You hear that?
I know-
you hear
I
when
know what to do.
you said when you said that you returned slight use. I got from that you had a good upbringing with parents. Your parents are together?
Yes, they are.
That sounds about right. Yeah. We're all fucked
they,
up. Like,
they are
Wait,
happily.
it sounds like I have it.
No, it sounded
Brennan's
like.
parents are still together.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, but you know.
You've heard about Christmas.
yeah. Oh, that was a good 10 minutes we just had interacting with each other.
Yeah.
But no, your reaction, Ariel, to him in the used lighter, like you were like, oh, that's not right. That clicked to me like, oh, she had a good parents, good childhood. Oh, you were Jewish, dude. They're good people. You know
That's
what I mean?
technically wrong.
Yeah.
Well, as a matter of fact, I did have a lovely childhood in Vernon Hills with 2 parents who got along and are still lovely human beings that I have a very good relationship with.
That's so Jewish.
I know. They're in Florida. It's where they live.
I like that about you, though, that you know, because I've met your parents. They are very lovely people. They're very lovely.
My mom says hi, by the way.
Oh, okay.
She-
I said hi.
You know what? The other day, I told her that I was going to meet your parents, which I was supposed to, but it didn't happen. But she was like, "Oh, that's really exciting. You know, it's really nice that you have such a like confident, grounded friend who, you know, just like has a really good head on his shoulders and blah." And I was like, "Who are you talking about?" she's like Brennan. I'm like, Brennan is the most anxious person
Insane.
with like mental health issues ever. And she's like, really?
Gosh.
really? I was like, yeah. She's like, oh, I'm really glad you never dated him then.
Oh my God.
I know.
That's awesome, but she's right.
I was like, Mom, Brennan is my best friend, and I like that he has mental health issues.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
So yeah, my mom says hi. But yeah, my parents are nice people. They live in Florida. They're very Jewish.
That is
I was brought up very
Where are they?
well.
Are they in West Palm?
They are in Ocala. It's like an
I know.
hour
I mean,
out of
whoa.
Orlando.
I wish you got that right.
I got defensive.
Whoa.
Because I know what Ocala is, but I did see a deer explode near Ocala.
What?
Explain this story right now.
I
want
need
as
more
much
information.
Detail, right?
So me.
Like, did it self-combust?
I'm gonna go.
It was from Iraq and hated America.
I'm gonna do it.
What is it?
Praise Allah. No, just kidding.
Allah Akbar.
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
What's it? What DePaul says it a lot on his.
I have no
What?
idea.
It's a trap?
No,
From
he'll
Star
play.
Wars?
he has a drop on Nick DePaul has a drop on his podcast where he plays it, and then somebody's like, "I like bad," or something. I forget. It's funny.
I don't know.
And the other. Drop
Okay,
is
so
from,
the deer
Team
exploded. Tell me,
America.
Giovanni.
So
Yes, the
What
deer.
is this story?
So I've been in the golf industry for I don't know, like 20 years. I was a caddy when I was 16. I've been in this golf club for 10 years. So there's a golf show every year, the PGA merchandise show, the big show in Orlando, Florida. Every year. Why are you yawning? Sorry.
I'm sorry. I need more caffeine. That's
Okay. So me and my boss was overweight. He was, I don't know, 400 or 500 pounds, somewhere between 3 and 5. I don't know. He was a big dude, right? And so he would drive to Florida every year. And because I didn't realize why he would drive, but now that I realize he'd have to pay for 2 seats. He was that big, Ariel. Yeah. So yeah,
I only need half a seat.
that's it. Yeah. Well, he was a big dude. He needed so we were driving to Florida, and we're in the Ocala. Wait, hold on. Before we get there, he did introduce me. Are you a fan of Cracker Barrel?
I mean,
Are you a vegan? You don't eat. You eat clean, right? I remember I talked to you about this.
no.
Not a vegan, but you seem to eat. Like, you don't have fast food.
I don't eat
Yeah,
fast food.
yeah.
No. I eat decently enough. I mean, I eat pizza and burgers and stuff, just not particularly often.
A lot of avocado.
I do eat a lot of avocado.
Avocado
a lot
toast?
of no, not really. I eat like
Sounds so good.
a lot of fresh fruit and like Greek yogurt and Kind bars. I don't like that I eat that way. I just like how I look better when I eat that way.
Okay. So, Brennan. So, anyways, I was driving. Me and my overweight boss.
I got it.
We drive to Florida. We drive to Florida for years ago, set up for this show. And we're on the highway, we get to Ocala, and I'm just sitting there, right? And then all of a sudden, oh wait, that's not when the deer died. All right. I'll tell you when the deer died in a second. Oh, it actually happened over here. No.
Brennan and I just looked at each other like, I knew it.
What state did the deer
Yeah,
die?
at Ocala, I'll finish Ocala super quick. Some car gets hit. You see it like fly in the air. And there's dust, and then we happen to just kind of go around. We're like, "What the fuck just happened?" And we kind of go on the curve around, and not the curve, the thing on the side of the highways, whatever that's called, the gutter,
The shoulder?
shoulder. There we go, good one, Ariel.
The
He's a
gutter.
speech pathologist. Anyways, I want to ask you about that in a second. So
Okay.
we're going,
It's fascinating.
and then we just got in time where right after a few cars passed, everything is blocked and everything was just like, shut off, and traffic stopped. This was in Ocala. I was going to a show in Appleton, Wisconsin. I work here in Alcor Village, and I was going to meet up Oscar Carvajal. He's a Mexican comedian.
I really like
he's
his
top
stuff.
notch.
He's really funny.
Yeah, funny comic. Check him out on something. Anyways, episode 2 of this podcast, right? When his audio is lower than mine because I didn't have separate tracks to record it with. Anyways, all right. I'm driving on 94, right? So maybe before Willow Road. Do you guys know 94?
Yeah,
Okay. Oh, you do. Vernon Hills.
I definitely do.
You're closer to the city, so you might have those weird names like Dan Ryan Stevens. I don't know what that stuff means. I'm from the suburbs.
It's the
so I
same
use
as
numbers.
94 and 90. The same.
The Dan
The
Stevenson.
Dan Ryan and the Stevenson are those same.
So I'm
Get as close to the deer story as possible.
Yeah.
so I'm driving. I'm gonna go meet him like by Gurney. He's gonna leave his car there. We're gonna.
So
drive
wait,
up
the
to
deer
Appleton.
exploded in Illinois.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the funny part is that he's told a story about Florida.
Ocala. That was a car that like shot up in the air.
It was a car that exploded.
It shot up in the air
You
with the
saw-
car behind it hit it, and
It
I
was
just
an Impala. That's
Yeah.
what happened.
shot up in the back.
Wow.
Do or die.
Okay, so in Florida, you saw a car fly up in the air, but in Illinois, you saw a deer explode.
So
Okay.
I'm on 94, and all of a sudden, I'm going northbound towards Wisconsin to go meet up with Oscar for the show. And then I see, I just happen to see a deer boop, go over the little divider. I was like, oh, shit, a deer. And then next thing I see is to the left, the traffic coming towards Chicago. This fucking deer gets fucking hit, flies in the fucking air, dude. Just
Whoa.
flips
Jesus.
over, falls down, because there was a few deers crossing. So this one made it, this other one didn't. I'm just like, what? I'm just driving, and I'm like, all of a sudden I see a deer just pop up in the air, like, ooh, or whatever. And I'm like, what? Did I just see that? And then I'm like, no. And then I didn't see anything else that happened. But then I start looking kind of to my left, and I see traffic starting to back up. And it's like, oh, that was pretty cool, right?
Jeez.
Yeah,
Did you get a picture?
No.
Lame.
Because it was on the this lane. So it was just like this. I'm going this way. They're going this way. And it was like, is that what? And then I'm like, what? But it was on the other side. I was like, oh, shit. So I was kind of a little bit semi-high
How
alert.
airborne do you think it got?
Dude, it got pretty airborne. It got probably maybe 2 cars in the air. Like, it got high. So
That's
maybe
some-
15 feet. I'm not good with feet.
That's some major air,
Yeah.
How many of
is
my
what they would
ceilings-
say.
Okay,
Two
so
of
from
them?
your floor to your ceiling, maybe a little bit more than that.
12 feet. It
So
got
above
12
the car hood.
Above the car hood.
So let's say
Like a
So
big car, or like
16
a
feet.
like a small car, like a Jeep, like
I
a
feel like it was a SUV.
like a van. Okay.
So maybe let's say the SUV, the
This
hood
hood
of
is
the
right here?
SUV, is your floor, is the
Uh-huh.
hood up there, like where you're above, right above your ceiling.
you know that
Eight,
the listeners
so-
can't see where we're.
I'm about-
Okay, picture your apartment. It's probably the
8
same
feet,
height because
an
there's
8 feet
there's
ceiling
code.
standard.
Yeah, because there's
Standard
code.
I'm just-
ceiling.
Because
Is it
everything
standard?
everything gets
Yes.
everything most things like
Yes.
this get built to a certain
Oh,
code.
okay.
It goes.
Ariel.
It goes.
I don't know the code, but there's codes. Like here, there's studs, so they're probably
I don't
16
know
on
if
center. So
you
every
all
16 inches is
Correct.
probably a
Could
stud.
hear
but there's
how
codes.
loudly I rolled my eyes just now, but
Yeah.
I feel like it was pretty.
Well, the reason I
loud.
know about code is because I'm Mexican, so I know what are
Dude,
contractors.
You're gonna get
and,
me going. All this stud talk.
and then I used to
No.
listen to Adam Carolla, and he used to be a contractor, so he'd
Yeah.
fucking shoot it out like
Yeah.
that. You know
oh
what I mean?
boy, let's
Wow.
go. Let's talk about hanging drywall next.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, and roofers.
I don't want to be a third wheel on this
Roofing
on a
is
very
complicated
special
for
Mexican
sure.
episode
Oh,
of the
yeah.
Lobo Done.
Brennan is half Mexican.
Yeah.
Who's your Mexican? Who's Mexican?
Mi madre.
Tu mamá, güey.
Yeah.
Oh, is your dad's white?
Yeah.
Where'd they meet?
Scottish. I don't know.
You've never asked.
I don't know where my parents.
Oh, you know
met.
what? They met
parents
at
met through
St.
a dating
Xavier.
service.
They met
Oh.
at St. Xavier.
That's
That's
a
cute.
college
Yes. And I went to St. Xavier.
with an XANT.
Yeah. That's why it's.
Why is it spelled like that?
Because it's Xavier, not X Xavier.
What the fuck's a Xavier? I know
That's a
Xavier
name.
Lamont and Saint Xavier. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh,
You went to school in
Because
Peoria.
the X is a Z
I
in
did.
So-
that name.
Ariel. You went.
Mhm.
What did you study in school? You have an interesting job, right? Or what you do?
For undergrad years ago, I went to Bradley in Peoria. I studied theater production, and I worked in theater for a long time. I was a stage manager. I still am a lighting and sound designer for a burlesque troupe.
show. What is burlesque?
Burlesque is a really classy way for women to take off their clothes to music.
Do you see nipples?
No, there's
They have-
pasties.
Okay, pasties.
Yeah, pasties
And
and,
no vag,
merkins.
right? Or
No, merkins.
Whatever.
Yeah.
A merkin. I know what a merkin is.
It's a thing.
Always talk about
It's like the part of the thong basically that just covers your peach and your butt crack.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look what a
That's a
merkin is.
merkin.
Yep, that's a merkin.
Or also when you get killed in the hood, that's, you got murked.
Merkin.
That's a merkin. Anyways, so you went to
That's
Peoria.
so funny.
Bradley.
I went to
God.
Bradley for
Merkin.
undergrad. Yeah.
I had a scholarship to Bradley that I never took.
I had a small one.
No, I had a full.
Oh,
I had a full
That's
pace,
awesome.
but I didn't
Oh.
take it because I was like, "Where's Bradley?" I was like, "Oh, this seems far."
it's not.
Oh.
It wasn't great. I graduated early, so I could get out of there and move to the city and pursue my dreams of. I don't even know what I wanted to do, but now
So you were in Peoria, but did you just stay on campus? Did you check out Peoria? That's where Richard Pryor's from.
So Peoria is pretty gross. The whole city kind of just smells like a foot. So I did not venture off campus very much. And plus there was like the whole thing where you weren't supposed to go down the hill because it was a really bad neighborhood. Peoria is basically divided by the river. So like on one side of the river, like there are two of everything. There's like the good Walmart and the bad Walmart. The good Steak and Shake and the bad Steak and Shake.
They're all bad.
And
Fuck Steak and Shake.
and they're all, but by good and bad, I mean like a place where
I
you're
know
likely
what
to
you
get
mean.
mugged or not.
I got triggered. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Steak and Shake.
And
Continue.
so the good is always on like the other side of the river, and the bad is like on the side of the river that our campus was on. So like I didn't go off campus often. I didn't have a car or anything, but
Look, I'll just I'm gonna ask you about the speed pathology, but the reason I don't. Did you hear why I hate Steak and Shake? I don't know if you're there that night. I talked about it.
why?
Because all right, so I used to solicit prostitutes when I was younger, and then I was with a prostitute.
She thinks that's bad, by the way.
I mean,
No, I
it's a seedy
kidding.
world.
No.
It's a seedy. It could be bad. It could be good. It's a weird.
when I was at the bad Walmart in Peoria, I saw some ladies of repute looking through the $5 movie bin, and I didn't judge or bat an eye.
What's repute?
It was supposed to be a callback. I'm sorry.
What's repute?
To the lighter.
No,
lighter.
I know what you
Okay.
meant, but I'm just saying, like
That's what it was.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
have a problem with a couple of hookers, you know. It's have your hooker and eat it too.
And you
TJ
get-
Hooker. But that's a so I was with this, you know what's, well, I don't do it. That's when I would drink and then go off the rails, right? So that happened that night. I was at a buddy's house, started drinking, and then I think the girl that I was supposed to sleep with had to leave because maybe my friend shit himself
What
that
do you
night.
mean supposed to sleep with?
Like we're gonna have sex.
Yeah, but like had you planned it or
I
like?
mean, she came, we hung out. I think we were sleeping with each other.
Oh, okay.
We're all gonna hang
Okay,
out. At the end
gotcha.
of the night, I'm gonna end up sleeping with her.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's not like, so we were already having sex.
Gotcha.
And I think that's the night. It might have been that night. She had to leave. Oh no, that wasn't the night. Actually, all right.
Was this in
I wish
Illinois
she
or
knew what it was
Florida?
like to observe you tell a story.
All right. So that night was even better. So the night my friend shit himself, right? So this is what happened. We're at my buddy's house,
What state are you in?
Waukegan, Illinois.
That's what I asked.
Yeah.
It's like, were we in Florida? Where are we?
No, we're in Florida. No, we're in Waukegan, and my buddy, he was at a wedding and he was drinking shots with some old dude. They were going shot for shot. Then we go to my other buddy's house. My buddy's like, "Hey, come on." He's Polish, so he's like, "Drink," and he's like, "No," and he's like, "Come on, shots." So then, and I never listened to my Polish buddy. There's a point. It's like, all right, I'll drink when I want to drink. If I stop, I'm done. I'm not doing more shots. But he got gassed up, so he started drinking more shots, and now he's pretty drunk. And first, I don't know. There's a point where he got wasted. And he was drunk, and he was accusing us of having sex with his girlfriend. All three of us.
Wow.
He's like, he thought that all three of us, his brother, me, and our Polish buddy, we're all really good friends. He's like, dude, I just tell me the truth. I know you all gangbang my girl. Just tell me.
Jeez.
And we're like, and it's the farthest thing from any.
That's a bold accusation.
Yeah, and I was
in
like,
any
dude,
scenario.
because I didn't know what they were arguing about. I go up because they're outside by the curb, and I'm like, "What's going on, dude?" And he was like, "Dude, just tell me the truth. I know you all gangbang my girl." And I was, and I was just so like, "Are you?" And I just walked away to get him. He's like, "No," and he was just upset. He really
What
thought
does this
it.
have to do with Steak and Shake?
We'll get there. Actually, it wasn't even that night, so we won't. But I'll get back to Steak and Shake. This is what happened. So
It has everything to do with Steak and Shake. How aren't you following this?
we'll get to Steak and Shake out. Well, I'll tell you why in a second. I'll tie it back up. So he's there. He's accusing us. And then at one point he's fighting. He's on the ground at one point, and because he was trying to fight his brother. We all held him down. And during the struggle of him trying to fight his brother, he's like turns or something. He's trying to get out of it, like whatever we're holding him
I
down.
get really excited.
He turns and shits himself, right? He shits
Yeah.
himself.
Gross.
Because he ate steak and
Mid
shake.
fight. That is.
So he should,
Disgusting.
And at one point the police come. We're outside. There's a ruckus. So the
Whoa.
cops come, right? So he's by the front porch and he's yelling at the police. He's like, "I know my rights. You can't do anything. Blah blah blah." And the cops.
Did he accuse them of gangbanging?
No. But he did call this girl there a whore, right?
Was it Dom Versace?
No. This guy's brown. Anyways, he's Hispanic. So he did call this one girl a whore. This girl started videoing him, and he's like yelling at her. She's like, "You're a whore. You're a whore. You whore." Because we knew some information about her earlier, and they came out, and he was drunk, and he's like, "You ex person." Oh, and she's just sitting there like, I don't know what to do. Like,
Ex person.
Yeah, person X. So the cops finally, we talked to the cops, and they're like, "Hey, look, everything. We're like, this is the brother. This is where there's friends. And he's like, look, the cops were like, we've all had a friend there. Just, is he cool? Blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, all right. You guys have it under control. I was like, all right. And they left us alone, the police.
Yeah.
Like,
That's nice.
Yeah,
That
like
doesn't
uncharacteristic.
happen nowadays.
Yeah.
It does not happen nowadays.
No.
And it's like, cause they were like, they realized what was going on, and we just talked to him. We're straight up. It's not like there was no. He was just wasted, right? And then, cause at the same, like, I don't think the cops wanted to deal with him. To be honest with you,
It's just reasonable.
Did he already shit himself?
yeah, this is post.
Oh
shit.
yeah,
Yeah,
just
they're
let him. Just,
We don't want to have that in the car.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
cool,
a-
bro. It's like he's got shit in his pants. No, he's not cool.
So finally,
He's not doing well.
So finally, the dad comes with the other brother. They show up, and we get him out. We get him out of the house. We get him to our house. We're staying at in Zion, right? And we get him there. It was me, my other buddy, and then at one point he's still fighting with us, but now he's fighting naked with us, and he's trying to.
Oh my god!
Because now
dude.
he's fighting with us because he's like, he's telling his brother, you called the cops on me. How could you? Blah blah blah. You betrayed. And it's like, so it's still going, right? This is like late, and it's like fuck. And finally he's done. The night's over. He's kind of resting, and our one buddy, he's like, he couldn't figure out why he was smelling so bad. He's like, what the fuck? And I think he's like, man, what the? I shower, I clean myself. I don't know what that smell. And he's like, he had shit on his head.
Ew.
Oh.
During one of the struggles, we tried the whole
No.
night. He was naked. He got shit on his head. So he had it in his hand. Because he went like this. I don't know what's going on. And he's like,
Ew.
oh, so he had dookie on his head.
Yeah.
A funny thing is the guy who shit himself, he was telling me, he's like, you guys were sleeping, but I didn't sleep. I was just watching you guys the whole night and just looking at you like,
It's creepy.
just like you.
What a great
motherfuckers.
friend.
Just no, he is a really good friend. He's a royal dude, but he was pretty trash.
Yeah.
The reason I bring up Steak and Shake is that same house. One night I was drinking at the house. It was my Polish buddy's house. And I on my own got lit. Lit means getting drunk. It has different
Well,
meanings.
thank you for the clarification.
Like lit, it's party. Anyways,
Yeah.
I got pretty drunk, and then this is when I would disappear sometimes. I'd get drink, and I was
Can
like,
you write down mansplaining?
oh yeah,
Oh, Jesus.
man.
Today's been a
Steak
rough
and
day
Shake.
for me in the world of being explained things,
I
too.
So, okay, Steak and Shake. So I'm at my buddy's house. I'm really drunk, and I think maybe I was supposed to hang out with a girl. Oh, the night where I shit myself, that girl I was supposed to sleep with, she ended up going home because it's like, when I was like, fuck, I couldn't sleep with her. But another night I was there, I believe. I don't think it was the same night because it's not, because I had to go help out with the dookie. Anyway. So I'm there, I'm drinking, and then I'm like, oh, I feel like the party's going low, or I was like, nothing's going, and I'm like, I start going outside. I get an Uber. I order an Uber. I start back paging looking for a prostitute. Then I order an Uber to.
Oh, that's a while ago then.
Yeah. So I order an Uber to this hotel in Gurnee, and I go, oh, you know what? This prostitute is a prostitute. She gave me a discount that day because I met this prostitute before, but.
Anything for a
can't wait.
good deal.
I came too early. I came.
can't
She was putting the
wait for
condom on, and I came. So it's, if you guys don't know, it's over at that point. You know what I mean? Unless you're with a higher end, more expensive,
Yeah.
whatever, it's done, right? And it's like, all right. So she's like, oh, she kind of felt bad. She's like, I'm sorry, but if you want to, hit me out some other time and give you like $50 off or half off or something.
It's a good
And I was like,
deal.
all right. So I
Very
saved her
nice.
number. So I had her number.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had her number. And then I was like, so I met her at that hotel over by the Steak and Shake in Gurnee Mills. I shouldn't say that, right? Whatever. So I met her over there, and then we had sex like regular. I didn't come.
Yeah.
Eventually I came, but like a reasonable time. And then hey, the hotel's right next to a Steak and Shake, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna walk over to the Steak and Shake, get some food. It was good.
A good plan.
Yeah,
Great plan.
Well, I thought it was a
What
great plan.
happened, Giovanni?
They didn't have
to
fucking
this-
shakes.
A steak.
didn't
So it was
have-
just steak and.
There was no shake. It was steak and yeah, there we go.
Steak and what?
Yeah,
Steak and what?
dude, I was like, what do you? And I was sitting there, right? And I'm
Steak and nothing.
dude, and I was like, really?
Steak and bullshit.
Yeah, it's like going. Oh, you guys, whatever. It's going.
I think you've told me this story, and you said it was the Culvers.
no, I called it.
Whoa.
It was a what?
The Culvers.
No, it was a Steak and Shake, dude. I don't go to Culver's because of the red onions anymore. I don't
Okay.
eat red onions because.
Oh, okay. That's good that you know that. I believe you.
Okay.
I misremember.
Okay. So yeah, and so the next day I called Steak and Shake the next day, and I was
Wow.
on customer service with them. I told them what happened. It's like, look, Steak and Shake. Like, how do you not have? I expect this bullshit from McDonald's. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but you know, it's everybody fucking knows. But like Steak and Shake, you know what I mean? Like, how
That's
do you,
half of your name.
yeah, it's like it's what you do. You know what I mean? Steak, burgers, and shake. So they didn't. And I was on the phone with customer service, and they were supposed to send me a gift card, and they never did. and I'm not that guy.
No.
I'm not that guy. But it was like,
You don't seem like that guy.
yeah, and it's like really, like you should have. You didn't have a shake. Like, this is ridiculous. So that's what happened. That's when Steak and Shake. So I was saying. So
Okay.
you were undergrad at Peoria,
At
Bradley in Peoria,
yeah.
studying theater production.
Yeah.
And
then
then
I grew up, and then I moved to the city and did jobs, and now I'm in grad school for speech pathology.
How long you been at grad school? Where do you,
I go to Rush University. It's a hospital in the city, and I started in the fall of 2018. I graduate April 30th
of
2020. So like
you
this.
graduate this year?
Yeah, I graduate in 2 months.
Well, how'd you get into speech? But what is speech pathology?
Speech pathology.
Pathology, and then how'd you get into
Speech
it?
pathology. It's so it's like speech therapy. So
Uh-huh.
I can help anybody who has like a stutter, yeah, or articulation issues. Like if they're
I mumble sometimes. I got to speak from my diaphragm.
sure, well that's voice, but yeah, like if you are like mispronounce, like instead of saying your R's, it comes out like a W, like Elmer Fudd. Like I'm hunting wabbit, you know.
Wabbit.
Yeah, that's called gliding. I
Like
can
Cool Whip?
help with that, or like lisps and things like that. I can help. We also like do swallowing. So, well,
Hell yeah.
I can't not
yeah,
laugh at
dude.
that. I'm
hell
an
yeah,
idiot.
bro. We totes
Sorry.
help with swallowing. So like, if you and your
What do you mean?
girl,
Oh, what do you mean? Okay,
Just
let's
kidding.
go back to the real swallowing.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
like-
What's the therapy? Just do it. Just
close your eyes,
Do it.
take it like a shot. Just relax your throat muscles and just let it slide on
Be
down.
nice. If they're nice, just do it.
But what do you
But,
mean? What do you mean by the swallowing? I'm
So
sorry.
a swallowing disorder is called dysphagia. So if you have like maybe nerve damage from like a surgery or a stroke or something, then all of the nerves that innervate your muscles of swallowing might not work properly. So like, I'm not going to explain how swallowing works, but there's like a lot of different phases and there's a lot of different muscles involved. And like the big issue is that if food goes down the wrong pipe, if it goes down your airway,
Okay.
and it gets into your lungs, and like food can rot there, and there's bacteria, and that's how you get pneumonia.
Okay.
So you don't want to aspirate, is what that's called. You don't want to get aspiration pneumonia. You could get really sick. So if somebody is aspirating a lot of their food, it's going down the wrong pipe. We help them to get the food going down the right way.
Oh, yeah, because
basically.
they can't
Yeah.
like regulate.
What's
Sure.
What's it called when you don't get phlegm up properly? Is that something you do? Sorry, when you get like when you have to
Wait,
like
it's a left
cough
and-
up phlegm.
Yeah.
Is that what if it's like difficult?
So I mean, you
Is that
should.
something you do?
If you're coughing up phlegm a lot, then you should drink water more, because like if you're coughing a lot, that's like a really traumatic behavior for your vocal folds. You're like slamming them together to like get that food off, and that can like cause like swelling and irritation. It can affect your voice. So if you're coughing phlegm up a lot, then I would suggest
This
drinking.
is for a friend.
I would suggest drinking more water.
Thank you.
Yes.
You know, there's those people that can do voices, right? Could easily mimic, like the Daryl Hammonds. A lot of them, if you hear them in podcast interview, they say like, "Oh, I've always been able to do that." Or I have a friend who's like, he can mimic voices. Are you involved with that at all?
Oh, so we can do accent modification for sure, and we can
I
do
know a
voice
chick who's looking for
therapy.
that.
And like for voice therapy, mostly it's for people who like are perpetually hoarse, like maybe they're a teacher or a public speaker, and so we can help them like get exercises that kind of help them to use their voice more efficiently, so they don't lose their voice by the end of like a day or speaking engagement. But in terms of like imitating types of voices, I mean, we don't really help with that because that's not like a pathology. That would be like if you wanted to change your voice to like mimic like a celebrity or something, that you would want to go to like a voice coach. However,
This is medical.
right, I am a therapist, not like an actor, but I am pretty good with imitating voices.
Yeah, yeah.
I do a
Do you have a
couple.
voice you can do? What does pathology mean, by the way?
It's any kind of disorder.
Okay. Do you have a voice you can do?
I can do a few. Do you want to? I
Do a
can.
few. I want to hear.
Donnie Dulce.
Yeah. Do you want to hear
Yeah, I
my
wanna hear
my
Donnie
Donnie
Dulce.
Dolce
Want me to
voice?
call you?
Call? What do you mean?
Yeah.
Ring,
I
ding,
wanna
like a
call
phone
you.
call. I'll be the phone.
Hey, I
Okay.
gotta call.
Ring.
I gotta call
Okay.
Donnie.
Yeah. Go for it.
Ring.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Donnie. it's
What's
Brennan.
going on, Brennan?
Not much. Was wondering, can you explain triple fisting to me?
Of course. So, triple fisting is when you take 3 fists and you put them up a woman. No, you know what? I don't think you can handle it.
All right. Is it
Yeah.
more or less fun than single fisting?
Oh, way more fun.
Yeah, definitely.
How much yoga do you have to do to be good at?
I would say you would want to do yoga for a good day and a half straight.
That's Donnie Dolce.
That's Donnie Dolce. That's
We're
my
roasting.
Yeah.
On March
13th at
13th.
Oasis.
yes.
I'll put it on the thing.
That's
And
my.
How'd
Donnie
you get
Dolce.
into this pathology thing?
I used to manage a daycare. That was one of my many jobs. I was the director of operations at a daycare, and the speech pathologist would come in and work with our students. So I saw
And
kind
you were
of
like, "What's up?"
the work they did, and I was like, oh, I think I could do that. And
Oh, okay.
I took some prereqs. I applied. I got it, and here we are.
Now so you're gonna be your speech pathology.
Speech pathology.
Actually, before I get to that, I wrote down mansplaining.
Yeah, because Brennan wants to talk about it.
Mansplain me.
I forgot. What
I've
I
had a
was gonna
rough
say
day
with it.
about mansplaining.
You got
'cause
mansplained?
It was
I
when
had a
Giovanni
point, but-
explained to me what lit meant, and you were like, "Oh, remind me, mansplaining."
Oh yeah. So this is like I kind of like because you said I mansplain intentionally. You
yeah,
know what
like
I mean?
to tell a joke.
Right, to
you
tell
know?
a joke.
Yeah.
But I'm like now nervous that I'm gonna get canceled because I mansplained something. Because I've in the last few days
Like
I've
as a
seen
joke?
women in public. Like no, like when you said like this guy mansplained and how mad you got, and I was watching the other women get super mad. I was just like, damn, dude, this is like a legit like.
Oh, it's really
People
annoying.
get really pissed.
I get really
I catcall.
annoyed.
Anyways, continue.
What?
Yeah. It's like catcall.
No, I can't call. Continue. I can't help it. Anyways, I don't even do it on
Unrelated,
purpose.
but good to know.
Okay,
It's
I
just
don't
as-
even do it on
think
purpose.
I think it's just as aggravating.
it is like involuntary. Like
I don't mind
I'm
a good
striving and
cat
it's like,
call.
"Blah!" I can't, and I was like,
You know
I
what?
didn't realize when I do it.
If a cat call is clever, I don't mind it. Like I was walking down the street once. I lived by Howard for a minute, like in Evanston, like on the Evanston-Chicago border, and it's not a great area. And once I was walking to the train, and this guy like pulls up next to me, and he yelled, "Yo, do you know you look just like my future wife?"
Oh,
And I was
good one,
like,
dude.
I was like, that's pretty good. I was
not
like,
me.
I was like, gross. Like I'm not getting in, but
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
nice
I
job.
like that one. No, me it's just like hey, I don't know.
Right.
I don't even know what I'm saying. It's just
Tits.
words.
Yeah.
I don't even say words because I don't know how to whistle.
Bleh.
Can,
You can't whistle?
no, I mean I could.
That's
whistle.
funny
I could-
that all your stuff is Lobo,
that.
but you can't do a wolf whistle.
I can
A
howl.
Lobo whistle.
Wolf's on.
What's a Lobo?
A wolf. It's a wolf. What'd you get?
A wolf.
Brennan, you got a tattoo today. What'd you get?
But I don't talk about that stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crossing
I'm
a
very,
line.
I'm very private about my
Is that the
tattoos.
one I'm seeing kind of right now?
No,
That's a different one.
that's a different one.
Oh,
But it's also new. Sorry.
Yeah.
I have tattoos. I have Lobo
know
on my
you do.
back actually. Yeah, I do
Yeah,
have
you
Lobo
do.
on my back.
Yeah, you
I
do.
feel
I
like-
have tattoos.
What tattoos do you have? You have a Star Wars one.
I do have a Star Wars tattoo. Yeah, it's on my shoulder. It's a TIE fighter, a Millennium Falcon, and an X-Wing. Just kind of
I
flying
know
around.
there's planes. Well, future they don't exist.
Yeah, they're
So
future
no.
plates.
Not yet.
Not yet. Well,
Not yet. Soon. We're working on them.
So you have 3 jobs, Brennan,
Yes, sir.
and then you're gonna do the speech pathology. You're finishing school.
Yeah.
You also do nude. It's not nude modeling.
Yes,
what is
it
it called?
is.
Is that what
I
it's
am a
called?
nude model. Yeah.
She's a nude model for people who draw
Yeah, for
with
life
pencils.
drawing classes and painting and sculpture.
and painting.
Yeah.
And then you just got into that with somebody. How'd you get into
6
that?
or 7 years ago. I did it in college, and then my first job out of college, I was the receptionist at an art center, and so like they taught life drawing classes. And what actually happened, I got a speeding ticket, and I needed to pay it off really quickly.
Took off your clothes.
Yeah, well, I only for one of the classes. I asked 3 teachers if I could sit for the classes. 2 of them were portrait, so I was clothed for those, but then one of them was nude. And my friend, who is also a model, but she's also an artist, she like came to that class and drew me, and she was like, you were really good at that. And so people just started passing my name around. So now I've been doing it like pretty much part-time. I do like maybe 2 or 3 gigs a week for the last like 6 years.
And does it ever get weird?
No.
Oh, wow. So these are like real artists.
Yeah.
There's nobody signing up to.
I mean, some of them are classes. Some of them are like college classes.
Oh, okay.
Like they're, 18, 19-year-old kids. I have nude modeled at a high school. There's one high
Whoa.
school. Yeah. But it's like a whole thing.
Wow.
It's the Chicago Academy of Arts, which is by the Chicago Blue Line stop. And it's like the high school from Fame, if you've ever seen that movie.
Oh, so they're all gay dudes. Got it.
Well,
Right.
I mean, some of them are straight, but like it's they have to get permission slips signed to take that class because there will be like live nude models in the class. But when I work there, I am not allowed to actually engage in conversation with any of the students.
That makes because then technically
Makes
you're
perfect sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't. I mean,
registered.
I'm very good about it, and like they're very respectful. Like I've never had a bad experience. The only time that something got creepy was at a college where a student did ask me out after class once, but I wasn't nude that day. I was wearing a leotard.
Okay.
But it was still like not great. But that was the only time. Everyone
leotard
else.
is that thing that the Let's Get Physical chick would wear from the 80s?
Olivia Newton-John, and sure. I mean, it looks like a swimsuit basically.
Yeah.
A
So,
one piece, right?
Yeah, like a one piece. Yeah.
I don't think the nude modeling would work at Waukegan High School. I don't think anybody would have been
Probably not.
there near respectful.
Nope.
Well, yeah, you would have catcalled.
I don't think I can catcall outside.
Is your cat
Of a
calling
car.
literally just like a noise?
It's like it's like
It's
a
a
no.
quick
It's
noise.
almost involuntary. I mean, it really is. I don't even do it
It's
on
like
purpose.
Tourette's. You have
Yeah.
like hot girl Tourette's.
Or something. Yeah. And it's like like my brain is like
Say something.
is ahead of my voice, and it's
Do
like
you literally
before-
just yell?
yeah. I'm like and like most of the times it's just like because they're almost gone. So
You go,
no, it's weird. I gotta
I don't know
see.
if I would consider that a cat call.
It's a weird.
You know what
It's
I mean?
'Cause I can't whistle.
just
so
a
I make a
call.
noise. But sometimes I'll say something. I feel like hey or
Whoa.
I'm trying. I gotta see.
Whoa, hail.
Hi.
Whoa.
Follow the Lobo Den podcast.
No,
what you should
no.
say.
I don't. I try not to mix my professional with my personal.
Oh.
Cat
life.
calling, you professional
'cause this is-
cat call.
The low that I consider the podcast part of my professional life, and then that would be a weird part of my love life.
So during your professional time, you cat call.
That's why I can't sleep with comics. And I feel whenever I invite girls to shows, I feel weird. Before the show, I feel weird. So it's like it's a weird environment for me. Oh, you're a female comic. Now you're a female
I am.
comic.
Can we
How's
talk
your
about
DMs?
that?
Let's talk about your DMs.
Yeah.
It is. Look,
Can we talk about that? My DMs, they're full.
they are because I'm friends with female comics, and they'll show
Yeah.
me, and I'll
Yeah,
talk to
they're
them
full.
about it, and it's like, and a lot of these are other comics, right? Dude comics,
Yeah.
like right after you meet them. Do they wait a few days? See, with non-comics, I wait a few days. Like I'll
Some
meet
more than
somebody-
others. Some comics are, I mean, so like, okay, first of all, I just want to like point out that comics is not a genre of people. Like any kind of person can be a comic, right? So there are some really,
at least an open mic comic.
well,
right?
there are
Okay.
some really confident like people who are just like really like sure of themselves and like they do comedy, and then there's very insecure kind of dudes who are like really awkward who also do comedy. So like if it's a more confident dude, like yeah, he'll hit on me like then and there, and if it's like a more kind of shy and secure dude, like maybe he'll like wait a little, or like he'll drop hints for a while there. But yeah, I've gotten straight up like, hey, do you want to go drink sometime? I've gotten like, hey, maybe we should write together sometime. I've gotten
that approach. Okay.
I've gotten dudes who will be like, hey, are you gonna be here next week? Are you, will I see you next? Like, what mics are you thinking about hitting up tonight? Maybe I'll see you there. And like, yeah, I've gotten the
and
whole.
you can tell, right? And that because I'll do that
Usually,
with.
yeah.
Let me see. And if you want, like, I have friends. I'll call Brennan. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, what mic?
Yeah.
Or I'll talk to my Eric, and I'll figure it out because I'm kind of seeing, or maybe I'm having something, but I don't have to worry about it because I have that barrier. That
I don't.
line.
I mean, most comics are dudes. I
Any
mean,
dick
it's
pics?
not from comics. No,
Okay,
I've not
alright.
gotten any dick pics.
Okay.
I'm friends with a lot of comics now, and I love meeting new people, and I really like hanging out with comics. So I have no issue like being friends with somebody, and if a male comic is asking me like, "Hey, what mics are you doing this week?" Like, it could be totally innocent, and I, try not to, like, I should say I don't mind getting hit on. By the way, it's very validating. I love attention. I'm a nude model and a stand-up comedian. I clearly like attention.
Hit on Ariel and DM her.
You can totally hit on me and DM me, but like if I don't respond to you, like don't take it personally. I got a lot of messages.
She gets a lot of DMs. Have you slept with any comics? Do you plan to, or do you have? I have the rule. I don't sleep with comics. I've slept with some, and you don't have to say it.
I'm not going to answer that question.
I'm not going to answer that.
I will say before I became a comic, before I did it, my type was comic, so I did date a couple before I started doing it myself.
Oh yeah. I think I talked to you about this.
So
right?
so I mean, technically, yes, I have slept with comics, but it was before I started doing comedy.
Yeah, then it gets. I don't do it. I feel it gets. What's the word? Don't pee in the company ink.
In the company ink.
Don't
shit where you eat. Yeah.
Don't shit where you eat.
Well,
I'm uncomfortable.
You know what? My friend Michael Skiba, a comic who runs Jeff Jam Comedy at Jefferson Tap. He really does.
He does have nice hair.
On Wednesday nights.
Very funny.
He's a great guy. And very funny. So he put it the best. He was like, I consider comics like my colleagues. So it's like if you were to kind of hook up with one, it'd be like hooking up with a coworker. And I really like that analogy. I think it makes sense. So like,
it does.
Do I think that hooking up with a coworker is a great idea? No. Have I done it in the past? Yeah.
Or comics are like your cousins. Like you're not gonna sleep with them unless nobody finds out.
I'm white enough to sleep with.
I wouldn't go with the cousin metaphor because
like
in case I ever do sleep with a comic, I don't want it to be a cousin. I want it to be more of a coworker.
I think my mom was wrong in that one.
Okay.
I haven't slept with her.
Okay.
Your cousin?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure she's
your first cousin, second.
No,
third
first.
cousin.
That's gross, dude. That I talked to a girl who I brought to Dave Attell.
First.
Oh, who'd you bring to Nick DiPaolo last night?
Brennan.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So this okay. So fuck it. All right. So I was gonna go to. No, I bought tickets to go see Nick DiPaolo, right? And then I upgraded to VIP.
Was he great? Did you meet him?
Dude, yeah, I have a picture. I'm gonna.
Oh, that's awesome.
Post a picture.
Now I'm so mad I
Tuesday.
didn't go with you. Oh, I should have gone.
It was so good.
Oh my god,
I was
fucked up.
lightheaded. I was lightheaded. I was like laughing so much, dude. And then Vikram.
But Jolly? Yeah, he was the opener. I did that show.
Had a great set.
I did the Mustang show in South Beloit with him a couple weeks ago.
Nice beard. His beard is really
He is such a nice person and a hilarious comic. He's great.
Is he part Scottish? I feel he has like a Pakistan or Indian. I don't know which one he is, so I'm going to say both. I
think he's Pakistani.
Right?
I don't know.
I mention both, right?
I don't want to say it and be wrong, so I don't know.
Or something else.
He's brown.
Yeah, okay, brown like.
He's brown. Yeah.
So whatever. Brown. Anyways, but I feel like he has a little bit of that. I was like, in my head, I was like, did his parents go to Scotland? Because he has a little bit of doesn't sound a little. You're okay. No, all right. No. That's what I keep forgetting to ask him. I want to ask him. I don't DM him. He's like, are you from? What are you? Or,
are you Scottish?
Yeah. Like what? I want to ask. I keep forgetting, but I'll ask him as him in person. But he did well. What's his name? Not Newt Gregory. The redheaded dude who used to host riddles for a little bit. He was hosting.
Redheaded dude.
Skinny. He does radio sometimes. He used to host riddles for a little bit.
Conan O'Brien.
Kind of like Conan O'Brien, but skinnier. Oh. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
I know it's fucking.
I'm trying to think of it.
You know him. You've seen him.
I have to know.
Yeah, you do know him. He was there. So what happened was I got the tickets and I also upgraded to VIP because I got an email. He's like, hey, you want $20 more? You want $10 a ticket? You want to upgrade to VIP? So it's like you don't have to wait in line. You get to the front, and I don't know. And I was like, of course. You know what I mean? Because I don't have kids, and I make decent money, so I have expendable income sometimes. And if it sorts comedy, I don't have a problem. So then I was like, yeah, for sure. But then I ended up not going with anybody because I was supposed to go. I don't know who's gonna listen to this. I was supposed to go with people, and I didn't.
You were supposed to go with like a lady. You can say that, right?
Yes.
You don't have to say who.
Wasn't.
But you asked me like last night at like 5:30. You were like, can you go? And I was like, I had plans, so I didn't want to be a flake.
Because it was like, if I'm not gonna go with the lady, I wanted to go with a comedian. So good. So
And I appreciate that.
It's like,
I
so it's like
really-
I'm bringing somebody I can fuck or somebody who can appreciate.
And I really wanted.
And I'm glad.
I really
because it was
wish.
February.
I really wish I would have gone, but it's okay.
But it was good. But I
didn't flake on my plans.
see somebody across from me who was beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I loved her. I was texting another comic like I think I love her, but she was with. I don't know if it was her. In my head I was like that's probably her cousin or brother, but I'm sure it was her. But man, all right. Anyways, but lightheaded, dude. I was lightheaded.
Gosh.
Japal was killing, dude.
Of course,
I was
he's great.
Lightheaded, dude. It was cool to see somebody that experience and that because I've seen him 3 times and he did it the same thing at Old Town. He killed last time at Rosemont. He did pretty good, but this not like just. And it was there's times I was lightheaded because I was just laughing so hard.
That's great.
And it was good to see that. It's like, oh, and it's like puts you in my place. It's like, yeah, I fucking suck. But he's been doing it for how many fucking years? You know what I mean? He's 50 years old. He's been doing probably over 30 years or something like that.
Yeah.
What? But yeah, I didn't sleep with anybody, thankfully.
So we're talking about DMs. So Brennan, what do you think about sleeping with other comics?
I think people should just be aware of what they're doing.
What does that mean?
It's proximity dating.
Oh, okay.
So you're just proximity dating, so be aware of your proximity.
Because, like, so what you told me when I first started doing this is my favorite. I don't even know if it's a bit yet, but it is true. Like, when I first started doing comedy, you know how, like, on the boards, like on the Chicago comedy page and stuff, like, comics guys will write on there, like, hey, I'm just starting out. Like, any advice? What do you think? And people will be like,
nobody responds really.
well, but some people
a little bit.
and they're like,
compared to when a woman puts it up, like,
well, so when a guy's like, what do you think? Any advice? Like, the comments are like, oh yeah, just keep grinding. Like, go to as many mics, try to hit 3 mics a night. Like, keep grinding, keep working. You know, if a bit doesn't work one place, like, don't throw it away right away. Just like try it another place, whatever. And like, that's what they get. But when I first started and I would ask people like, hey, what advice do you have? I'm just starting out. They're like, don't fuck the comics.
oh yeah.
I was like, that's my first piece of advice. And that's what everybody has said since I've started is like, maybe don't hook up with the comics.
Okay.
And I'm like, why?
Unanimous for women, I feel like.
Yeah. And I mean, Brennan, you were talking
I think you
today.
get labeled, right? A comic fucker?
A chuckle fucker.
Chuckle. Oh,
Chuckle
yeah, it's a chuckle
fucker.
fucker. That's what it is.
I don't care about that. Like, yeah, if you make me laugh, like, maybe I'm into it. I don't know. But like, it's more the idea of like, you don't know who in the scene is going to like start drama. Like, you don't know if like,
my advice to you was just wait.
yeah, I mean, you
and
did
be aware. Like, I'm like, learn who people are first.
Yeah, and like
really
who they are
learn.
in the scene and if they, you know. But like if you think about it too, like somebody might, like a girl might start drama with me because she was into the guy that I fucked, or the guy might start drama because I might decide that I don't,
like not
you
so
know,
much.
wasn't
Exactly.
into it, and so you know, it's like you never know who's gonna like bump you or who's like not gonna book you or like whatever weird shit.
And that's the same reason
We
I.
had
You want to fuck?
Phase.
What? Oh, Faison. Yeah, Faison Hussein.
phase off.
Yeah, he was kind of predatory. He was
I heard about that.
some type of brown person.
He actually wanted. I did a flyer for him for a podcast he never did called Brown Splaining,
Wow.
and that was before I wasn't woke enough to know any of that. And I was just like, "Why would you call it Brown Splaining?" I'm like, "No one's gonna get that. No one's gonna remember that.
I get it, but it's
what
bad.
the fuck is that?
It's terrible.
You know? Well, I mean, he's what do you Pakistani?
Did
Pakistanian?
you call him a spick?
No.
Spickistinian? Is that what you just said?
That is actually
No,
what it sounded like you
Pakistanian.
said.
Oh,
Pakistanian.
Pakistanian.
You just thought.
Pakistanian.
I think it was Pakistani.
Did you know that I just learned that the roast for a pig is called a spit?
You didn't know
Oh
that.
yeah,
Not,
yeah. I
not
think
the
it
word
is.
you just said.
Oh, I said spick.
Spit.
I know. I thought it was that. I've been calling it that my whole life.
You've
been
been calling it a
calling a
racial
spit a
slur
spick?
for
Yes.
wow.
I had no idea. I've always been like,
many
isn't that
pigs
goofy
have
that
you-
it's racist?
Man, experiencing the world through your eyes, Brennan, must be learning something new every day. But something
sometime-
that everyone else knew.
Yeah, and I was like, man, I'm ignorant. It's
Ignorant.
It's
It's called
dangerous.
ignorant,
It's
but okay.
dangerous how ignorant I am.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I haven't gotten a hit for that.
Hit.
Yeah.
Well,
Going, come on.
It's never too
I thought a
late.
spit was called.
A spick.
yeah, but
Yes.
how often do you talk about
But it's
roasting pigs?
I don't know. Carnitas all the time. You know what I mean? Like it just it would come up. There's a pig roast and be like, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. That's
Nobody
go to
ever
a lot
called
of
you on
pig
it?
roasts?
Or you didn't say it out loud, but you were thinking it. Like, why do they call it that?
I probably avoided that.
Yeah,
You
and
know
they were
what I
like,
mean?
"Oh, you know the
Pig
you
roast.
know the thing, but
Yeah,
the thing,
the
by the
big-
thing, like
yeah.
the
You know what it's called.
Yeah,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah, you know.
You know, oh yeah,
You
like,
get
know,
Ew.
I'm sorry, I'm a big fan. I just like that. I love the word. I love how it ends. It's just spick. I don't know. I just I want to hug it. You know what I mean? Like, I do. It just makes. I just really like that word.
Makes you feel warm inside.
Yeah, I like it. It has a bite to it. You know what I mean? Because a lot of like it has
Am
a
I allowed to say that?
Yes. You're in Lobo. I'm Lobo than you are.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Jewish, so I'm a minority too.
Yeah, and Brennan's half Mexican.
I'm a sneaky minority though.
I'm too white passing.
Yeah.
You're
This is a word I learned this.
White yeah,
white passing.
that's
I'm,
the thing.
I'm white
Oh.
passing.
you are.
You and Jim Flanagan.
Yeah.
You on a show?
Yes.
Is Jim not all
He's
white?
part Mexican. Yeah.
Is he?
He's a
He's
look.
half.
Louis C.K., Brennan Weaver, and Jim Flanagan are all, and I've left it there. No, are all part Mexican
They all have so much in
and
common.
red hair. Yeah.
The red hair is very.
Wow.
It's the Spanish.
I wonder if you guys have anything else. No. If
And
people
you've
don't-
all been canceled, except for Jim.
No, not Jim. Jim hasn't been canceled.
No.
that we know
Oh,
of.
do you want to plug Jim's
Cancel him?
album recording?
Oh, we have.
No.
to.
Yeah. Whoa.
No, I mean I will, but this is gonna come
Whoa.
out like that Monday after it comes out.
Oh.
Oh.
But I mean, I'm gonna check in on Facebook when I'm there. I'm going to the late show, the 10:30 show on Friday,
Gotcha.
and I'm
That's
gonna.
Zany's, right?
Yeah,
Zany's in
Zany's
Rosemont.
Rosemont.
Okay.
I can't plug.
Okay.
I can't plug that either. I'll be there Tuesday, but I can't plug that.
I'm excited for that. I'm so happy that somebody's doing something like that.
Someone you know and
Yeah.
respect
I
as
know
a
Mike
comedian.
Wiley just did it too. and
Yes.
That's awesome. I love the art on it. Have you seen the art on his albums?
No. Yes and no, because I saw it, but I saw it once and I forgot how it looks now.
What
But
is
I know
it?
it's,
Fake It Till You Die has the coolest.
who did the art. Did you do it?
I didn't do it.
Could you do a better job?
No.
What?
Yeah, I couldn't do it. Listen, I can't.
What's that painting? There's a big old 4x. What is that? A 4x5?
What?
The canvas over there.
The Hey Arnold one?
Or
3
the
by
one-
4?
Oh,
the
the
one
big
I'm
one on
working
the
on.
wall?
The giant one, yeah.
Oh, the
That's
big one.
taller than I am. That's as tall as
Do you know
I
that?
am.
Do you have the dimensions for it? Is it a 3x4? Do you know what size it is? If
That's
you don't
a-
have the
that's
dimensions,
a 4
you know,
by 4 by 6.
that 4x6. That's I'm working on something like that right now at work. But anyways, 4x maybe a sign. I sell
Oh, yeah.
signs.
Yeah.
I sell signs. I sell flags. I sell sticks.
Sticks.
Big sticks
Or-
or?
Flag sticks for
What
golf
is it?
courses. Anyways, what are you working on?
This is painting acrylic.
What is it? A crow?
Acrylic. It's gonna be a thing on salesman.
It's kind.
It's a comment on salesman.
I'm a salesman.
Which you're a sales.
You know, Jim
guy.
Flanagan's a salesman too.
Doesn't
Mhm.
it?
He sells
when you
hearing stuff that TJ buys from him. TJ Remick is an audiologist, and Jim Flanagan sells hearing aid stuff.
A whatologist?
Audiologist?
Oh, they said naughtyologist.
He's a
like he sounded before naughty.
naughty.
Can you
TJ
tell
would
he's a
love
sales
that.
guy?
Yes.
Why? Did you just
You
figure that out
talk
the other day?
fast. You
Somebody
don't
said that.
take no for an answer. You like.
I take no sometimes. That
Do
sounded
you?
cancel-y. That sounded kind of cancel-y,
It
right?
did. It
That's
really
what I
did.
meant.
That was in cancel territory.
Yeah.
It sounded like.
It was cancel adjacent.
Yeah, it was cancel adjacent.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. No, I don't. I mean, in some things.
I
You know
can
what
tell
mean?
you're a salesman.
Yeah.
I did sales for a little bit.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
No.
I hate it.
No.
Okay.
I like
Not
it.
for me. I'm
But
not good at it.
I'm in golf. I like golf. So I think if you were like in selling, I don't know.
This is it correct to think that it should be sold before you get there? They should want it. Like you got to find the people that like want the sale, and then you upsell.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
'Cause if
It's-
you're
it's,
forcing-
are you good at upselling something
if
that
you're-
it's
Yeah.
already, the product's
Look.
already wanted, but you got to upsell.
Yeah, it's easier to upsell to somebody who already wants it than to sell a product that someone doesn't want to them.
Yeah. That good selling. There's spin selling. There's some other things. It's basically you find out, you talk to your customer, you find out their needs and see what their quote unquote pain points are, right? What's the problem? And then you match them up with the stuff that you have that's going to help them out. You know what I mean? Versus,
sell me something with golf, and
Do you-
figure it out.
do you
right
like
now.
golf?
What?
Do you like golf?
No.
I don't either.
Okay. I'm
You're
going to
gonna
hang up
have
and
it-
call somebody else.
No, even if it's a mini putt, convince me.
Okay. You don't like golf. Is there anything about golf you like? Do you have kids? Do you have nieces and nephews?
No, I like when it ends.
Do you have
I
nieces
love
and
the
nephews?
ending. No.
Do you like kids?
I love not
they're
going
fine.
ever.
Uh-huh.
My favorite thing is hitting the ball into the 18th hole and going, God damn, it's finally fucking
You like
over."
hitting balls?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love hitting.
Do you get?
I have
are you
more tapping. I like tapping balls.
are you
not
an
hitting.
angry person? Do you get anger issues?
Yeah, I get angry. Sometimes I over hit
Have
the
you ever hit-
putter into the hole.
Have you ever hit a woman?
Whoa.
No.
Would you like to?
Or
a person.
Golf
You ever
terms,
feel-
golf terms? Yeah.
You ever feel like you just want to hit somebody?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can do that, right?
With
you
mini
can do
putt?
that. No, you can do that at a driving range. You get a driver, get a few lessons in, and then all that aggression and feel you have, all you got to do is hit the ball. It's the same thing. And
Yeah.
You get all that out.
I don't think it's the
What
same
do I
thing.
visualize the ball as?
Whatever you want.
Uh-huh.
Whatever
Yeah, I
you
don't-
want it to be. So
I
you
don't
have
support
so
this.
those anger issues. You want those anger issues go away? I'll
Mm-hmm.
sell you a driver and you're good to go. You're sold. Anyways. There we go.
Whoa.
Will you find will you do it?
Oh, I
you
hated
find
that.
You find pain points. You see like
Yeah.
what
Can I buy two?
what
of it?
conflicts
Whatever.
people would have, and then you see what. Basically, you don't want to just force something that's going to help them.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
no.
like
you find a pain point, and then is there anything in your arsenal that can help that pain point?
Yeah.
And you sell it. To
And
them.
honestly, if there's not, then it's end of the day, let that shit go. And it's like, all right, right now I got nothing. All right, there's another golf course I'll call. There's another, or they don't have. But in sales, I want to say,
Yeah.
you want to find the pain points and you find the budget, because you can waste all this energy and stuff with somebody. It's like, oh, you do all these quotes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have the money for that. And it's like, why did I? So I was like, what's your budget? And if not, like even with drugs, like what's your budget? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I wasn't gonna bring that up when you said that you're a salesperson. I was like, I know.
no, a real salesperson.
Yeah, I know that too. But
He's
like,
old school. Old school.
you know what? You're an entrepreneur. You should be on Shark Tank. You're the American dream.
The Shark Tank.
Yeah.
I know people on Shark Tank.
Yeah.
It's my favorite show.
That's what you're like, the sales shark.
I'm the sales shark.
Yeah. Jim
Yeah.
Flanagan is just.
I'm gonna do. Are there any plugs I can do, or any? Let me see.
I don't
You want
This will come out Monday. Fucking, I'm such an idiot. This will come out next Monday, whatever it is, for
The
in March.
9th.
You guys have any
plug
shows
any
coming
of
up?
your massive list of shows. She's been getting booked like fucking.
We'll go to
No.
social media
Like
after, but I
crazy.
want to
It's
say.
awesome.
Yeah, just me and Ariel just did a show yesterday. or
Yeah,
Friday.
we did. We did My Funny Friends, Sean Dippington at Stelios, Bottles and Bites in the West Loop. I do have shows coming up, but I don't know the dates yet.
I'm gonna DM you. I'm gonna tag them.
Yeah.
And I'll put them at the end of the intro, which I should have today. Oh,
The only one that I know officially is that I'll be at the roast on Friday the 13th. I am
Friday.
yes,
Friday 13th of March.
yeah,
Okay.
For
and
Donnie
I
Dulce.
will definitely be doing Tonk House in May 22nd.
In Elgin.
Yeah, and I've been asked to do a couple like Emerald Isle and Barrel House and a few other things, but they're still figuring out what dates. So those will be in March and April.
I'll be at Emerald Saturday, so I can't really plug it. It comes on after. So, you got anything coming up, Brennan?
I know I got asked to do the Saturday show, but I couldn't do it.
okay.
So he said he would put me on for April, but he doesn't know when the date is.
I'm releasing socks,
Woo!
custom socks that I made.
Hot.
They're releasing at the roast,
Ooh.
so check them out. Come
Low cut, high cut, high
crew
top, low
sock,
cut, crew.
sock,
Crew sock.
funny crew sock.
Okay.
They're a prototype.
Did you
They're
3D
going-
print them?
No, I got they're real. They're coming in the mail. I hope they're real. Gosh, can you imagine? I spent money on that. Profits go to a good cause, local cause.
Is it you?
No.
Oh,
So
Can we say what the cause is? You seem very.
it's I wanted to be, I don't know, I wanted to tell this.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
cause
that's
at
fine.
At the
At the roast of Dolce Dulce.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Dolce
Okay, what's your
Duce.
social media? Ariel.
Ariel,
What's your
yeah.
social media?
You can find me on Facebook, Ariel Julie. You can add me on Instagram at Ariel_Julie.
So that's ARIEL.
Yeah, underscore
J-U-L.
JULA.
JULIE.
Yep.
Brennan Scott Weaver. What's your social media?
Broken.laptop.guy. Broken laptop guy on Instagram.
So your Instagram is your main form of social media.
Yeah.
Mine
You do
too.
music. You don't want to fuck with TikTok?
People keep asking me about
Because
that.
you do music. That's why.
I'm very social media challenged.
Oh, okay.
So no, I don't even have Snapchat. I don't have Twitter. Like, I've only had Facebook. I started Instagram a couple years ago for modeling stuff.
Okay.
And then I started doing comedy, in July. So, like, no, I haven't really, like, done a lot.
Okay. Me neither. Ish. I don't know how to use it. My social media is Lobo9110, LOBO9110 for Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. But Snapchat I only use if I want to sleep with you. Well, I promote local, too, sometimes. But that's my main form of communication. If somebody I want to sleep with is Snapchat. And then,
It's good to know.
Do I have another one?
You have Facebook.
I'm on Facebook, Giovanni, Jhovany, but you could do the Lobo 9110. It comes up, I think. This is what I keep forgetting. Like and subscribe to the podcast. And if you like it, DM me. If you want a decal, I'll mail you a decal. Also, what's the other thing? Oh, I should plug my shows, but I don't know what shows I have coming up. I just spilled water. So that's going to end the podcast. Thank you.
Lobo,